Texans believe in fair play. It's in our heritage, in the fabric of our lives, even in our property tax code. Our Constitution says taxation must be equal and uniform, equality for all. But when it comes to property taxes, it's not always equal and uniform. What we have is more like inequality for all. Here's how it works. Every year, appraisal districts determine the market value of all properties. Similar properties are supposed to be appraised similarly. This is called equal and uniform appraisal. It is a right granted to taxpayers by the Texas Constitution in 1876. This provision is supposed to keep tax burdens fair for all taxpayers. But this doesn't always happen. Very often, appraisal districts will appraise properties that sold recently at higher amounts than those that did not. This dramatically increases the tax burden on properties that sold and creates a situation where very similar properties owe wildly different amounts in property taxes. When that happens, we taxpayers have the right to file a protest with the Appraisal Review Board and say, look, my property value is out of line compared to other properties like mine. I'm not being treated equal and uniform. But appraisal districts don't think Texas taxpayers should have that right. They maintain that the last property to sell should pay the highest taxes. They think that if taxpayers are given a reduction in valuation, that local governments will lose tax revenue. But how do you lose something if it was never yours to begin with? An equal and uniform appeal is a taxpayer's right. Equal and uniform taxation is good for Texas. It is the basis for fairness within the Texas property tax system. It attracts new businesses and new residents. Businesses create jobs, and residents support businesses. It's part of why Texas has such a strong economy. But when taxation isn't equal and uniform, new businesses and new homeowners are put at a disadvantage. If you're a new Texan buying a home or someone hoping to open a business, you can expect to pay much more in taxes than your neighbors or competitors who've been here longer. That's not equal, it's not uniform, and it's not fair. What can we do to ensure that our tax system is fair and equal for all Texans? Stay informed on property tax issues. Communicate with your local officials and state representatives. Let them know you want to preserve your Texas constitutional rights and that you expect appraisal districts to strive to create uniform and accurate tax rolls. This would reduce the number of protests they receive each year and likely reduce tax rates for all taxpayers. Demand transparency and truth in taxation from local governments. Require them to honor the Constitution and be good stewards of the public trust and public funds. After all, shouldn't the taxes on similar properties be equal and uniform? Show your support. Sign our petition at taxequalityforall.org. Tell your friends. Tell your representatives. Equality for all. A message from the Texas Association of Property Tax Professionals.